Welcome to Blooming Horizon, where we share and we grow. Winds, walls, and truths, it's a journey we all know. Blooming Horizon, let your parent heart glow. Let's grow as we go.
Hi, welcome back to Blooming Horizons. I'm Nidra.
I'm Lila Marie.
I'm Christina.
So today, Bloomies, we are focused on top 3 home remedies.
Yes.
I don't know, mine aren't necessarily for a specific season per se. So I'm just going to state that with my list today. I will start off with number 3. I have been hearing a lot about like Robitussin and all those types of, they're like, throw them out. It's just, there's no point. Just take zinc and just be consistent, especially when you're not feeling well. They're like, just add that to your, vitamin regimen. So I think that's kind of where I'm going with just zinc.
Okay,
That's my number 3.
number 3. Okay. I'll go. My number 3, that was a good one.
Thanks.
I'm going to, for my number 3, cut up some onions or garlic. If you're a home manager, if you're cooking whatever, you're going to probably have to cook anyway. But even if you don't, if you go and cut some onions up, you know how it makes your eyes water. It may make some things move from your sinuses. It's a productive and, efficient way of getting things moving. So while you're chopping the vapors,
Just chop the onions.
yeah, the vapors
I
come
see.
and then makes everything start to run.
I don't know if this is an old wives' tale or not. I've done it, and I do feel like it works, especially with tinies.
Yeah.
But if there's fever, and cut an onion and you put it beside the bed.
I've also heard an old way where you make like a chest
Yeah.
bag, like you put onions like in like a mesh bag or whatever, and then you line with towels and you sit it on your chest and just breathe that in over time, and it will help to release
Like at
that.
night, like while they're sleeping. Yeah. You just put it beside the bed, one or two
Really?
onions in the room. And they do, they oxidize. So there is some change in color, but I've seen it make a difference. But probably it's that same thing. It's that idea of the vapors getting in and like doing some cleansing work.
Yeah.
That's good. I guess to follow down Nidra's line, if you're not familiar with an herb called mullein, it is just an herb that grows in a lot of states just on the side of the road. Like it's just a natural plant, but it's dried, but it is fantastic for respiratory. So when trees are trying to kill you, or grasses or whatever, but it's like Mucinex. It will break up whatever's in the lung, and you just brew it like a loose leaf tea.
Yeah.
And you can do like a big old jar of it and sip on it warm or cold. Really great as like an added on to like asthma. Like if you have with your inhaler and stuff, and sometimes we have days where like the inhaler works, but you're still kind of feeling it a little heavy. Mullein is fantastic. Pretty neutral flavor too.
Yeah,
so.
it is. Just make sure to use a really extra fine mesh, because any of the leaves, I've gotten it in my throat. It didn't bother me too much, but that's always just like a reminder to straighten it out so that all the leaves are gone, because it can cause some little irritation in your throat.
It's like a fuzzy plant.
Yeah.
It's like a lamb's ear plant where it has just those fine little soft, like if you were to touch it, it feels really soft. So yes, thank you for saying that. Yeah, like if you run it through some cheesecloth or a mesh, just to be a coffee filter.
Yeah.
Just to be doubly sure. But yeah, mullein's at the top of my list.
Mullein. Number 2 for me is going to be Digize. So,
Digize is Young Living.
yes.
Digest Zen is doTERRA. They're
So with
oils.
Young Living, I would use Digize. For me, I don't know. I'll let Christina tell you if she knows all the things that are in it. But what I use it for is I take a drop, maybe with a little bit of carrier oil, and you drop that in the belly button, a drop or 2, and then I just rub it in the lower belly area. Anytime I feel like I'm super gassy, bloated, or your tummy is a rumbling, nauseous, or you've been going to the bathroom more than you would like to, I use that, as well as with my kiddos. And I haven't had a time it didn't work. Now, obviously, I'm not a doctor or any of those things, but just a mom to another mom, I start there. I would prefer not to go to Pepto-Bismol because, one, it takes a long time to poop again, to me at least. And then I feel like it's not right for like quite a few days. So
it overcorrects.
It overcorrects it for sure. And with your kiddos, you don't want that, So especially with your kids, be really cautious with any types of oils, but look into digest. I live by that with Young Living. So
yeah, it's mostly ginger, frankincense. It's kind of along those lines.
It's great.
It's very calming.
Yes.
You can also like an antacid, if you put like a drop in some water and drink it, it is very strong flavored. It tastes the way it smells. But sometimes if you're just like, especially that sort of like an acidy heartburn, nausea thing happening, and you're just like, I'll do anything. Yeah, that's a good one.
It's good.
Digest is a pretty good.
It's a good
go-to. Can I piggyback and say that another thing I found with like tummy bugs that I discovered was nausea patches, like the seasick patches that you get to go on the boats, or like if you get motion sickness, they have little patches because sometimes they have pills, but you don't want to like ingest anything. But the last time we had tummy bug issues, I was like, let me just pop this on here and see what it did. And my 6-year-old, I think it made a difference. It helps with just that lingering feeling of nausea, like after you've been sick.
Yeah.
And I think it really like allowed her to like rest and her body to be calm. So that I just stumbled across that one.
Yeah. It's a smart.
Oh, thank you.
Number 2 for you, Little Marie.
My number 2 is not going to be an herb or whatever, but my home remedy is restorative yoga. For me, a lot of times if I get sick, it's probably stress related. And so, and even if it's not stress related, if it's truly like organic, physiological, biological thing, just to get, to clear space, to be still, and to stretch my body and feel where's it hurt and why. And then I may just take some time to take some tennis balls and kind of go into the achy places in my muscles, and then just take a moment to slow down. That really seems to help, and to be intentional about breathing. If you're busy and you're not feeling well, and then you're anxious about not feeling well because you have so many things to do, that certainly doesn't help. So this helps to slow down. All the practices of restorative yoga help to slow down all of your body systems, and helps your immune system to have more space and margin to work. And then, like, if I'm having stomach troubles, I might put a weighted sandbag on my stomach as I lay and just kind of relax. If I'm having any kind of sinus or cold or flu symptoms, I may take a moment to do some intense facial massage, and some positioning to help that drain.
Can you show them maybe one thing facially they should be doing?
Well, one thing I did just the other day is I was on my hands and knees, but then I leaned onto my hands with my face and kind of made like pretend glasses like that. And so what that does, it hits above your eyebrow and also below your eyes where your sinuses may be. And I might just kind of rock back and forth, or just be still and breathe in and let the pressure massage those areas to help to improve flowing, release.
That's good.
So
that's good. Your number 2?
Sorry. I was just thinking of, the guru, the Daniel of the clan tiger.
Oh, Lord.
I just say rest is best.
It's true.
Daniel Tiger says rest is best, huh?
Rest is best.
All right.
Okay, number 2. So I guess to kind of follow that, there is a brand of tea that we can get just in our normal grocery store. Definitely you could get it like in a Whole Foods or a Trader Joe's, natural grocer, something like that. But we even have it in our like Kroger, H-E-B Randall's situation. But it's called Gypsy Cold Care, and the brand is traditional what do we say?
Medicinals.
Medicinals, traditional medicinals. Say that 10 times fast. And it's just a tea bag, but it's a really nice combination again of just when your body has like inflamed sinuses or you're coughing, sinus, that kind of stuff. There's a brand there. There's like a throat one for when you have scratchy throat. Throat coat is great. This is not a sponsored ad. I just really like this product. Gypsy Cold Care, and there's even like a couple of detox ones. But that Gypsy Cold Care, I just keep it in the house, especially like fall through spring, because I feel like it's just always kind of helps.
Yeah.
So that's my number 2.
Okay.
It's good. Number 1, listen, I got to go with this little concoction that I put into a mason jar.
Oh, that was my number 1.
Oh,
I got number 1 at Mama Tonic. Go ahead.
is that yours?
Yeah.
So, listen, number 1, obviously, because it's great.
Okay.
In my house, we call it hot tea.
Okay.
And my kids will ask for hot tea. It's not really actually tea. It has honey, ginger, and lemon. I take the ginger with a spoon and kind of scrape off that outside, and then I keep it in big old chunks, and then I will take a whole one. I cut that all up. I take a lemon, slice it up, and then I would take the honey, I pour it in, and then put some lemon, then I'll take some more, and then ginger, honey, like I kind of just layer it. Over time, that lemon's going to break down. It's going to create more liquid, and then it's just going to all kind of melt together. And then you just put it in your fridge, and it lasts for a very long time. And then when the kids are just kind of coming in the morning, they kind of come out slow, and they're like, I just kind of feel kind of icky. Then I just get some hot water, warm water, and put 2 scoops of that in there. Y'all.
Yeah. It does
Not
it.
only is it tasty, it's warm and kind of coats their throat. I mean, I've just started it when fall hits. We just start having it 2 to 4 times a week, just so that we can just kind of fight things off. And I feel for the most part, it helps a lot.
Well, because it has all of the goodness of honey. The lemon is astringent, so like if you're gunking your throat, it'll kind of help break that down. The ginger just does all the things. And I would say usually my ratios are a piece of ginger the same size as your lemon. Just if people are like, well, how much do you put in? So I usually put like my lemon, the ginger the same size as my lemon, or lemons depending on the container size. Yeah, and then just layered in there. I've sprinkled in turmeric before. I've sprinkled in cinnamon. Works too. Again, in that layer, and then as you
It's nice.
emulsifies,
Right.
it'll get in there. It's still kind of clumpy, but then you add in the extra benefits of the cinnamon. But yeah, it's just you get like a cough syrup if you don't dilute it in water. You could just take the spoon in there, get some of the liquid. I've poured it into like a little medicine cup and just given it straight because it's just lemon honey. It's so good.
Yeah.
Well, so I like what you've said, and we do that too. We just did the lemon and ginger and honey, and it's really great. And then I use that as a sweetener for my mom tonic. This is it's just like an herbal balm for anything, stomach, sinuses, whatever, and it has a bunch of stuff. I don't even really measure it. I just give what I imagine to be a medicinal dosing. Sometimes I make like a big pitcher and keep it, but sometimes I just put it in my French press, and then I'll just use that a few times for a strong dose. And so I have a list here, and I've written really small, so it's going to take me a minute. I know. So it usually has chamomile, mullein, ginger, lemon balm. Does say mullein? Yes. Holy basil as well. So the lemon balm and the holy basil are adaptogens that helps with a bunch of stuff. I don't remember it all, and I'm not going to go into it, but it's good, like for your nerves and your body. But now, Christina, you turn me on to the goldenrod for the allergy-ish kind of stuff.
So I'm going to give it a try.
So I threw that in there as well. So I make that into a big, strong tea, and then I may also put a shot of ACV in there.
Yeah.
So between all that, the
That's
ACV, and then the lemon ginger honey for the sweetener. And then if you're an adult and it's nighttime or not, you may put a little brandy or
little hot
whiskey
toddy.
to make it a toddy, so then you can rest. And I'm saying the cold manufacturers, there's little stuff in those. So I mean, don't feel bad about putting a little extra something in your tonic.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
saying
if you had a great grandma, you at some point
Yes.
probably had a hot toddy when you were not of legal drinking age.
it's true. I had one before, and let me tell you, I took something. They didn't tell me what it was, and then next thing I knew, I was feeling very sleepy. This is not going to probably go in, but then anyway, but then I woke up like a few hours later. I was like, "Whew, what happened?" But you know what? I felt better.
felt
That's
better.
all I'm going to tell you.
It's
Is
like-
I felt better.
It's like NyQuil. It's just NyQuil. There's so much.
Yeah.
The same stuff that knocks you out of NyQuil. You know what else would be good in that
What?
would be echinacea. Like if you did
yeah.
dried echinacea in there,
Mm-hmm.
like just even the root,
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
because
It's good.
That'll like round out everything you
Yeah.
have going there. And I'm excited because I'm guessing you have all this at your house.
I do.
So I'm just, if you just want to bring me
Yeah.
a little satchel of some Mom Tonic, I'm
Yeah.
excited about this.
Coming soon to marketplace near you. I don't know. I'm just talking out of the side of my head. Mom Tonic. Call it
I
whatever
love
you
it.
want, but it works.
Yeah, no, these are great.
Yeah.
I love it.
So if
That's what gets us
you
through.
are needing some home remedy ideas, hopefully you can take some of these, drop some comments down below of some things that you use or your family over generations have used. I think that's really,
Yeah.
really cool.
Love to see that.
Hey guys, we're a new channel, and so we would love to see more faces. So please subscribe, comment, and like this video if you liked it. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye.
Bye.